What do you do when your puppy nanny quits? You start delivering puppies yourself. I have 3 different puppies going to 3 different airports on 3 different days.
And I've got 2 puppies that I'm delivering to Virginia. But we still have our regular day to handle. Annie's puppies are just 1 week old, and even though we love meeting all the families, it definitely changes things.
I started out going to Baltimore on Tuesday, taking one of the mini golden doodles from June's litter. This puppy's name is Jake, and we're taking the first flight at 6 a.m., which means we have to wake up at 3 a.m. to get to the airport on time. I found a quiet corner to let Jake potty right before the flight, just in case. But all he wanted to do was explore. 2 really kind ladies walked over and held Jake and talked to me about their dogs back at home, and how holding Jake brought back memories of when their dogs were puppies. It was so sweet. After a little bit, I put him back in the carrier and started walking around the terminal until it was time for us to board. Sometimes flight attendants allow me to keep the puppy on my lap through the flight as long as the puppy stays in the carrier. This time, I had to put the puppy underneath the seat and zipped up. I was so nervous about how Jake was going to react being in such a small and unfamiliar place. So I took off my shoe and zipped my foot with my sock on in the carrier so Jake could lay against my feet just to help him know that he wasn't alone. Thankfully, it worked. Jake settled quickly and ended up taking a nap for almost the entire flight. After getting off the plane, I met Dan and walked him through the go-home bag, answering all the questions that he had. One of my favorite parts of breeding golden doodles is meeting and getting to hear each person's story and how they found us. Dan recently retired and felt like he was in a great place to add a companion. Even though he felt a bit nervous, he was excited about the journey of having Jake in his life. I ended up walking with Dan back to his car and got to spend a few more minutes with Jake. You could tell they were going to be best friends. I then packed up the pet carrier and put it in my backpack so it's one less thing for me to carry around the airport. I always bring an extra set of clothes for the rare chances a puppy has an accident on me. It's the worst experience ever, feeling gross and not having a change of clothes.
Annie's puppies are 1 week old, and she is doing fantastic as a mom. This is her first time. It always makes me so relieved when moms settle into place. It means that I chose the right dog for our guardian program. She might be the quickest mom ever wanting to be out with us, and her parents came already for a visit. She loved getting the snuggles and showing off her new babies.
All of my flights I have planned to go out and come back on the same day. I also try my best to always fly nonstop to my families. The fear of my layover flight canceling and not being able to deliver a puppy on time is real. Also, being stuck at an airport with a puppy with little resources sounds terrible. It happened to me a few weeks ago, and it's not fun. Be sure to check out that story. I typically fly Delta. Because of one of the credit cards we have, it gives me access to the Delta Lounge, and it works out where I can get some work done on the website, answer YouTube questions, or talk to Erin while she's at home working. She always wants to know all the details after I deliver the puppy.
How was the puppy? Did they do good on the flight? Were you on time? Did the family members come? Who came? What kind of snacks did you eat already? Did they cry? Did you cry? Have you done your to-do list? I sent you an email.
After one day off, I flew to Orlando on Thursday to deliver Milo. It's Erin's favorite place to go because of her love of Disney World. But no luck on going out to the park today. But great news, Milo got first-class treatment today, and I was able to hold Milo in my lap the entire flight. It's so easy if they are able to stay close to me, as they're able to relax and I can just keep providing attention. I met a really neat couple next to me on the flight. They had a farm and they've been raising chickens for over 15 years, but they were so kind and gave Milo so much love in between his naps. Once I landed, it was now time to find the family. Some of our families like to park and meet me at baggage claim, and others just like to wait in their vehicles at arrivals, and I just go to them. So today, I met Rosa at arrivals, and once Rosa saw me walking towards her, she got so excited to see her mini golden doodle Milo, and they fell in love instantly. Today was a longer layover, so I sat in the Delta Lounge again, ate breakfast twice, and lunch before heading back to Raleigh-Durham Airport.
You guys might want to know what happened to the flight nanny. Well, in all fairness, he was encouraged to stop. Turns out you're not supposed to make money using a non-revenue ticket. And his family member that supplies that non-revenue ticket was starting to get a bit worried with how many puppies he was taking for us.
Back-to-back traveling at 3 a.m. is not advisable. I'm pretty tired, but I caught a nap on the flight back home because the puppies this week have been so great to travel with. The last puppy, named Poppy, went to Virginia, and I did that foot trick again, and Poppy loved it. So once I landed, I started unpacking and getting ready to deliver the puppy. When I fly, I take 2 bags with me, my backpack and the pet carrier. And my backpack has all the go-home supplies, go-home bag, dog food, vet records, blanket, and the snuggle puppy. I fold everything up really neat so it can all fit in there. Once the go-home bag was all ready, I waited for the family to arrive. This family actually got one of Zelly's puppies 2 years ago and now is ready to add a baby sister to play with.
I love her so much. We've come home.
That is awesome.
Oh my God. He's so little, my God. I trusted our flight nanny. He would come get the puppy at any time, and I knew they were going to be well cared for. It never felt right reaching out to different companies, and I couldn't see myself having the same level of trust with anyone else. It's been a great experience flying the puppies ourselves, and JP interacting with each family while I'm home has been perfect. While JP has gone by air, me and the girls are making a road trip today. We have a 3-hour car ride to Charlottesville, Virginia with 2 puppies with us. One is from Nova's litter of medium golden doodles, and one is from Luna's litter of mini golden doodles. Of course, the girls wanted to hold the puppies the entire trip, but I squashed that idea. Because number 1, they'd get tired of holding the puppies in about 30 minutes. And number 2, in case anybody gets car sickness, humans or puppies, I need that to be contained. Aubrey can get a little car sick sometimes, and if she did, I wouldn't want that puppy getting gross and not being able to give it a bath. Fortunately, nobody got sick on this trip. And wow, did we hit some rain. It was pouring. I set up a meeting spot with families, and I cannot wait to see their reaction when I hand them their puppy. It's pretty easy to tell who's going to who. One is quite larger than the other. I think the Good family would question me big time if I gave them such a large puppy since they're getting a mini. First, I met the Beach family, and they met Frankie for the first time. They were not able to come to puppy picking being so far away. It was such a sweet moment when she held her puppy for the first time and his tail started wagging. While we waited for the second family, Miss Lime Green got some entertainment by Aubrey. The second family was the Good family, and Roscoe was slightly unsure about his new little dog. See, this is his wife's pick. He doesn't exactly think golden doodles are real dogs. He prefers big dogs like Great Danes and Pit Bulls. But I think this little lady will win him over easily. Both families left so happy, and now with an empty car, it's time to head back. But first, I told the girls we would get a treat. Cookout milkshakes. Did you know you can put in as many toppings as you want and it doesn't cost any extra? Comment below on your favorite cookout milkshake flavor. Abigail likes peanut butter, Butterfinger, M&M, and Heath Bar. Aubrey likes M&Ms, Oreos, and Butterfinger. And Mom likes, well, eating their leftovers. Don't judge me, it's a rare treat, and I make sure they brush their teeth really well when we get home. Hi, babies! Guys, it has been a long day. We drove to Charlottesville, and with traffic, it took almost 7 hours to get there and back. And it was raining, and it was just a long day. But the girls did amazing, and they loved being the helpers. But I can't believe I only have 5 of these guys left, and they all are going home tomorrow. So I am really just taking in all these snuggles because we're not going to have any puppies out here for the next 4 weeks. So we'll have newborns, but not snuggly puppies like this. It's just a different mindset. It's just, you have to change, and you're teaching them and you're doing the early neurological stimulation, and that's fun, but they're not cute puppies like this. And so I just have to take in all the snuggles and all the love. But the first thing we gotta do is we gotta clean. So I'm gonna do that now. All right, we got toys set up for them to play, and then I'm gonna clean their area. And you can see they're doing really good with their potty training. I mean, this is the night before they go home, and they had maybe 1 accident this morning, and that's it, but no accidents today. So I am truly impressed with how easy they are to potty train. And then so we had a really big one from June's litter, and they were together in here, and they were just jumping in the water, playing in it, and that taught Luna's puppies to play in the water, and they were wet all the time. I could give them a bath, and then 2 days later, they stunk again because they had water all over them. And so I started doing some research, and I found a chicken feeder, like it's a water feeder. And I started using it 2 days ago, and it is working really well. So this holds like a gallon of water, and then it just comes out the side. And so even if they jump their little paws in there, there's only but so much so they can get wet. So when I would come in here before, this entire thing would be soaking wet. And so it's been an amazing find. And I will definitely link that down below because it has been a huge feat. And it's like $14. So super easy find, and I've been really pleased with it. I look forward to using it with all my litters in the future. All right, we got a nice clean area, food and water taken care of it. I'm gonna get these guys tucked in, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It is go home day. We are so excited and gonna miss these guys so much, but it's raining outside, so we're doing puppy pickup with people coming up to the house and giving them through a window, almost like a puppy drive-through. Today, it's go home day. It's time for Nova's 9 puppies and Luna's 5 puppies to go to their forever homes. Normally, we do puppy picking in the backyard so they can run and play before a long car ride, but it was calling for rain, so we changed it last minute to do a drive-through style. We brought each puppy out to the car for their families. It makes me so happy to see their families united, and especially when it's a surprise for their kids. I love watching their reactions, their smiles, and when they realize they get to keep this puppy forever. We had friends that surprised their daughters with Mr. Black, aka Oliver Pickles. These stories make the travel and long days so worth it. We love getting to know every single one of our families and helping their families grow by 4 paws.